Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? Yes or no? Can anyone?
Yes,
Okay,
Yes,
good.
sir.
Very good. Okay. So just wait a minute. Okay. Okay. So today we are going to start our next module, that is module number 4, medium access sublayer. Okay. So basically, it is also the duty of data link layer that in the previous module we have learned about the 4 duties of the data link layer, that is the error control, flow control, framing, and then we have learned about which are the 3 duties we have learned. Okay, addressing. Okay, so the flow control, error control, framing, and addressing. These 4 duties of the data link layer we have learned in the previous module. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the 5th duties of the data link layer, that is the medium access sublayer. Okay, so you can have a question that why there is a separate module for this duty, that is the access control. Okay, so the reason is it is the duty of the data link layer, but it is related with some different types of link. Okay, so just we will see that concept, so your idea will be clear. Okay, so you can say that જ્યારે આપણે ડેટા એક ડિવાઇસથી બીજા ડિવાઇસમાં મોકલતા હોય, at that time we require the link. Okay, through the link we can transfer the data from one device to the other devices. So it is said that in the real time we can have 2 types of link. One is the point to point link and second one is the broadcast link. Okay, so what is the meaning of point to point link? So in case of point to point link, the link is dedicated to the 2 devices. Okay, for example, if we talk about the telephone communication, okay, જ્યારે આપણે જૂના જમાનામાં જે ટેલિફોનનો યુઝ કરતા હતા, ઓકે, તો જ્યારે આપણે કોલ લગાવીએ at the time we can have point to point communication. The reason is આપણે જે વારથી જે કનેક્ટ થયેલા છે તમારા ફ્રેન્ડ સાથે, so that var can be only used by you and your friend. That means we can say that the entire capacity જેટલી પણ તમારા વાયરની બેન્ડવિડ્થ છે, લિંકની બેન્ડવિડ્થ છે, that is used by only you and your friend. Okay, so that is the concept of point to point link, that the entire capacity of the link can be used by sender and the receiver. Okay, while the second category of the link is the broadcast link. Okay, in case of the broadcast link, the link is shared between the several pair of devices. Okay, so for example, suppose જ્યારે આપણે mobile phone પર કોઈ friend સાથે વાત કરતા હોય, at that time you can see that first your data will go to the tower and then that tower will send your data to you, the receiver, or we can say your friend. Okay, so in such case you can say that the bandwidth of the link, okay, જે કંઈ પણ તમારી bandwidth use થાય છે, okay, so that is used by the multiple users. Okay, so that's why in the mobile communication it is possible to perform the multiple communications at the same time. Okay, તો તમે ને તમારો ફ્રેન્ડ વાત કરતા હોય, at the same time બીજા કોઈ બે પર્સન પણ એકબીજા સાથે વાત કરી શકે. Okay, why that is possible? The reason is આપણે જે લિંક યુઝ કરીએ છીએ, that is the broadcast link. Okay, that's why in the broadcast link the link is shared among the multiple devices. Okay, and we can say that the multiple users can use that link. In such type of link, the air is working as the medium, and that's the bandwidth of this link is shared among the multiple cell phone users. Okay, so this is the concept of point to point link, and the second concept is about the broadcast link. Okay, now we can say that when we have the point to point link, then we require only the data link control. That means we require only the data link layer. That means we require only the 4 types of duties, that is the flow control, error control, addressing, and framing. Okay, the reason is the entire link, or we can say the entire capacity of the link is used by only the sender and the receiver. Okay, but the second category is the broadcast link. જ્યારે આપણે broadcast link નો use કરતા હોય, at that time there is a one problem. Okay, what is that problem? The reason is, the reason behind this problem is એક જ ટાઈમે એક સાથે ઘણા બધા પર્સન એકબીજા સાથે વાત કરવી હોય, એક જ ટાઈમે એક સાથે ઘણા બધા પર્સને એકબીજા સાથે વાત કરવી હોય, ઓકે, then what is going to be happen, like for example same time તમે ને તમારા ફ્રેન્ડ મોબાઈલ પર વાત કરો છો, એ જ ટાઈમે જો બીજો કોઈ પર્સન જો વાત કરવા જાય, it will create the noise. Okay, it will create the one type of noise. Okay, so for example let's say કે તમારો 60 સ્ટુડન્ટ નો એક ક્લાસરૂમ છે, તમારો પોતાનો ક્લાસરૂમ છે, ઓકે, અને તમને એક you have informed that you have to talk to your friend. Okay, તમારા ક્લાસરૂમમાં તમે ને તમારા ફ્રેન્ડે એકબીજા સાથે વાત કરવાની છે, ઓકે, બટ ધી કોમ્યુનિકેશન શુડ બી લાઈક ધેટ. ઓકે, તમે ને તમારા ફ્રેન્ડ જે વાત કરતા હોય, that communication should be audible to you and your friend. તમે ને તમારા ફ્રેન્ડ જે વાત કરો છો તે તમને ને તમારા ફ્રેન્ડને સંભળાવવું જોઈએ. ઓકે, so suppose I have given the task that all the students in the classroom can talk to each other, and you should make a group of two, okay, in which one is sender and one is the receiver. Okay, so what is going to be happen, suppose તમારો 60 સ્ટુડન્ટ નો ક્લાસરૂમ છે, તો તમારી ટોટલ 30 પેર બનશે. ઓકે, so એક પેરમાં એક સેન્ડર હશે અને બીજો રિસીવર હશે. ઓકે, now આ 30 પેર જો એકબીજા સાથે સેમ ટાઈમે વાત કરવા જાય, then what is going to be happen, it will create a noise. તમારા ક્લાસરૂમમાં ઘોંઘાટ થઈ જાય કે ઘણો બધો નોઈઝ ક્રિએટ થઈ જાય. ઓકે, તો નોઈઝ ક્રિએટ થઈ જાય તો શું થાય કે જે બે પર્સન એકબીજા સાથે વાત કરતા છે, ઓકે, so that you are not able to get, you and your friend are not able to get that what you are talking. Okay, so what is the problem here, if at the same time if multiple users are talking at the same time, then it will create a noise. And whatever the legal communication is going to be happen, that will not be audible to anyone. Okay, so that is the problem of the broadcast link, that if you can relate with this talk with your data. Okay, let's say if multiple users are sending the data at the same time, if the multiple users are sending the data at the same time, here we have the concept called collision. એક જ ટાઈમે એક સાથે ઘણા બધા ડિવાઇસનો ડેટા મોકલે તો આપણી પાસે સિંગલ લિંક છે અને તે જ લિંક બધા યુઝર દ્વારા યુઝ થાય છે. તો સિંગલ લિંક પર એક જ ટાઈમે ઘણા બધા ડિવાઇસનો ડેટા આવી જાય, then it will create the collision. ઓકે, તો collision ક્રિએટ થાય તો શું થાય, either your frame is lost or it can be destroyed. Okay, તમારી frame can be either lost or destroyed. Okay, so there is a problem of this collision in this broadcast link. Okay, so to remove that problem, we require one more duty of data link layer, that is known as the access control. It is also known as media access control sublayer. Okay, so just wait a minute. Okay, so we can say that in case of the broadcast link, the link can be used by the multiple users at the same time. When the link is used by multiple users at the same time, it will create a collision on the data. And once the collision is created, the frame is either lost or destroyed. Okay, so to solve that problem, we require one more layer, that is the media access control sublayer. So what this media access control sublayer will do? So it will decide that at which time the which user should send the data on the link. કયા ટાઈમે કયા યુઝરે લિંક પર ડેટા મોકલવાનું, such that there is no chance of the collision. This is known as media access control sublayer. So it is used to decide that at which time the which user has to send the data on the link, so that there is no chance of the collision. Okay, so that's why we can say that media access control is majorly related with the broadcasting. Okay, in case of the point-to-point link, there is no chance of the collision. The reason is the entire link, or we can say the entire wire, is used by only the sender and the receiver. Okay, ખાલી જે તમારો વાયર છે તે ખાલી સેન્ડર અને રિસીવર જ યુઝ કરે છે. ઓકે, બીજો ત્રીજો પર્સન કોઈ નથી એમાં એ કોમ્યુનિકેશનમાં. while in case of the broadcast link, એક ટાઈમે એક સાથે ઘણા બધા યુઝર તમારી લિંકનો યુઝ કરે છે. તો પ્રોબ્લેમ શું થાય કે એક જ ટાઈમે એક સાથે ઘણા બધા યુઝર જો તમારો ડેટા મોકલે, then it will create the collision. Okay, if the collision is created, then શું થાય, the frame is going to be lost or destroyed. Okay, and to remove that problem, we require the media access control sublayer. So what is media access control sublayer will do? So it will decide that at which time the which user has to send the data on the link. Okay, so that there is no chance of the collision. So for that, by performing this activity, that is the multiple access, that if the multiple users are using the link, then there is a chance of the collision. Okay, and to remove the effect of the collision, or we can say that to minimize the effect of the collision, the multiple protocols are designed. So these protocols are categorized into three parts. That is the random access protocol, control access protocol, and channelization protocol. Okay. Multiple access protocols are categorized into three categories: random access protocols, control access protocols, and channelization protocols. Okay. So in case of the random access protocol, we have the four protocols, that is Aloha. Aloha can be also pure Aloha and slotted Aloha. Then we have the CSMA, carrier sense multiple access, CSMA-CD, carrier sense multiple access collision detection, and CSMA-CA, carrier sense multiple access collision avoidance. So these four types of protocols are designed for the random access protocols. Okay. While in case of the control access protocol, we have the three protocols, that is the reservation, polling, and token passing. Okay. While the channelization protocols are three types: FDMA, TDMA, and CDMA. Frequency division multiple access, time division multiple access, and code division multiple access. Okay. So this module is about learning this 4 plus 3 plus 3. Okay. So 4 ne 3, 7 ne 3, 10. This 10 protocols we have to learn in the detail. This 10 protocol we have to learn in the detail, and that will be end of your module number 4. Okay. So first we will start with the Aloha protocol. So before that, we need to learn that what is the meaning of random access protocol. Okay. So what is the meaning of random access? So it has given the name either random access or contention methods. So it is said that in this method, no station is superior to another station and none is assigned the control over another. Okay. We can say that no station is superior to another station. Suppose एक टाइमे सपोज 5 डिवाइस डेटा મોકલતા છે. So we cannot give the priority that પહેલા ચોથાએ મોકલવાનું, પછી ત્રીજાએ, પછી પાંચમાએ, પછી પહેલાએ. That means every stations are equal. Okay, and none is assigned the control over another. So we are not assigning any control that station 1 station 4 ને એવું ના કહી શકે કે now you will send like that. Okay, so every stations are equal. Then no station permits or does not permit another station to send. Suppose કોઈ સ્ટેશને ડેટા મોકલવો હોય, કોઈ ડિવાઇસે ડેટા મોકલવો હોય, then it don't require to take the permission of another devices. Okay, whenever the device has something to send, it will send without worrying that another is sending or not. Okay. So at each instance, a station that has data to send uses a procedure defined by the protocol to make a decision on whether or not to send. Okay, so for that we require one procedure or one algorithm, so that will decide that whether the station has to send the data or not. So for the random access, as I have said, that the four types of protocols are designed: Aloha, CSMA, CSMA-CD, and CSMA-CA. Okay. So why the name is given random access? The reason is there is no scheduled time for station to transmit. Okay, whenever the station has something to send, it will send. Okay, then transmission is random among the station. That is why these methods are called random access. જ્યારે પણ કોઈ પણ ડિવાઇસ પાસે કંઈ પણ ડેટા આવે, it will send without worrying that another one is sending or not. Second thing is no rule specify which station should send next. એવો પણ કઈ રૂલ નથી કે પહેલા 1 મોકલશે, પછી 5 મોકલશે, પછી 3 મોકલશે, like that. Okay. So how we can minimize the collision? So in that case, we can say that station compete with one another to access the medium. Okay. And that is why these methods are also called contention methods. Okay. That means we can say that station has to check whether the channel is available or not. Okay, that's why there is a competition among the station, and whenever they find that the channel is empty, they can send. That's why this method is given the name contention methods. Okay. So as I have said earlier, if more than one station tries to send, there is an access conflict and it is known as the collision. Okay. એક સાથે એક જ ટાઈમે ઘણા બધા ડિવાઇસો ડેટા મોકલવાની ટ્રાય કરે, then there is a chance of the collision. And the result is the frames will be either destroyed or modified. Okay. In that case, if there is a collision, okay, એક જ ટાઈમે તમારા ચેનલ પર એક સાથે જો બે ફ્રેમ આવી જાય, then there is a collision. And collision થાય તો શું થાય? Frames will be either destroyed or modified. Okay. That means if the frames are either destroyed or modified, then what is going to be happen? આવી જો modified or destroyed frame જો આપણને receiver ને મળે, so receiver will say that there is an error in the frame, and receiver need to inform the sender to retransmit that frame again. Okay, so that means if there is a more collision, then there is a more errors. If there is a more collision, then there is a more errors. Okay, and if there is a more errors, then we can say that is a frequent retransmission. Okay, એક જ frame ને આપણે ઘણી બધી વાર મોકલવા પડે. Okay, so that will decrease the we can say the performance of the network. Okay, એક જ frame ને આપણે એક જ ઘણી બધી વાર મોકલવા પડતી હોય, then it will reduce the performance of the network. Okay, so the finally result of the collision is we will reduce the performance of the network. Okay, what is the reason? Collision થાય તો તમારી frame either destroyed or modified. Frame destroyed થઈ જાય, then it will create the error. જો error detect થાય તો sender has to retransmit that frame again. Okay, અને ફરીવાર જો એ frame send કરવા પડે, so એક જ frame જો એકથી ઘણી વાર આપણે મોકલવા પડતી હોય, then it will reduce the performance of the network. So to avoid this access conflict or to avoid this collision, when the station is want to send something, it has to answer the 4 questions. Okay? The first question is when can the station access the medium? તમારો device કયા ટાઈમે તમારા medium ને access કરશે? What can the station do if the medium is busy? Okay? તમે medium ને check કર્યું, એના પછી જો ખબર પડી કે another data is on the channel, okay, then what you have to do? How can the station determine the success or failure of the transmission? સ્ટેશનને ખબર કઈ રીતે પડશે કે આને જે ડેટા મોકલાયો છે whether it is successfully received or not? And what can the station do if there is an access conflict? અને suppose આટલું કર્યા પછી પણ if there is a collision on the network, then what the station has to do? Okay, so for that the first protocol is designed whose name is Aloha. Okay, so it is the earliest random access method. Okay, Aloha is a Greek word. Okay, and its meaning is random. Okay, its meaning is random. That there is no need to worry when you want to say something. Okay, suppose ઘણા એવા માણસ હોય કે કંઈ પણ બોલતા પહેલા વિચારે નહીં. Okay, so that person has given the name Aloha. Okay, so such type of persons are known as the Aloha in the Greek methodology. Okay, so by using that they have given the name Aloha. Okay, so whenever the station has to send something, they will send without worrying that another is sending or not. Okay, so it is designed in the early 1970s, and generally it is designed for a radio LAN, wireless LAN, but now it can be used on any SAT medium. Okay, so this Aloha can be 2 types. It can be pure Aloha, it can be slotted Aloha. Okay, so what happened in the pure Aloha, that each station sends a frame whenever it has a frame to send. Okay, જ્યારે પણ સ્ટેશન પાસે કે ડિવાઇસ પાસે ફ્રેમ આવે છે, it will send. Okay, so there is only one channel to send. There is the possibility of collision between frames from different stations. Okay, so we can say that this is the worst protocol. Okay, this is the worst protocol, but it will provide the base for another protocol. Okay, so what is happened for this pure Aloha? જ્યારે પણ સ્ટેશન પાસે કે ડિવાઇસ પાસે કંઈ પણ ફ્રેમ આવે છે, it will send without worrying that another is sending or not. Okay, and the second type is the slotted Aloha. Okay, so that we will see later. First we will learn about the pure Aloha. Okay, so So what is happened in the pure aloha? So we can see from this figure that we have the 4 station. Okay, આપણી એક જ link છે. Okay, and that same link is the broadcast link. That link can be used by the 4 devices, station 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, આપણી પાસે 4 devices છે, and that all 4 devices are using the same link. Okay, station 1 want to send 2 frame, that is the 1.1, 1.2. Station 2 wants to send 2 frame, 2.1, 2.2. Station 3 એ પણ 2 frame મોકલાવી છે, 3.1, 3.2. Station 4 ની પણ 2 frame છે, 4.1 અને 4.2. Okay, now what is going to be happen in the pure aloha, that any station can send at any time. Okay, so for example, in this time duration, okay, so you can see that in this time duration frame 1.2 is not completed yet. Okay, frame 1.2 is not completed yet. અહીંયા સ્ટાર્ટ થઈ છે. ઓકે, અહીંયા એનું ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ થયું અને અહીંયા એનું કમ્પ્લીટ થયું. ઓકે, બટ ફ્રેમ 1.2 નું ટ્રાન્સમિશન કમ્પ્લીટ થાય એ પહેલા તે ટાઈમ ડ્યુરેશનમાં સ્ટેશન 2 has started its transmission. 1.2 નું ટ્રાન્સમિશન કમ્પ્લીટ થાય એ પહેલા જ 2.1 is started to send. Okay, so we can say that same thing is happened for station number 3. 2.1 complete થાય એ પહેલા જ 3.1 નું ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ થઈ ગયું. ઓકે, અને ફોર 4.1, ઓકે, so 3.1 કે 2.1 કમ્પ્લીટ થાય એ પહેલા જ 4.1 નું ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ થઈ ગયું. ઓકે, so we can say that in this time duration, આ જે તમારો ગ્રે કલરનો ટાઈમ ડ્યુરેશન દેખાય છે એમાં એક સાથે આપણી 4 ફ્રેમ આવી ગઈ. 1.2 પણ આવી ગઈ, 2.1 આવી ગઈ, 3.1 આવી ગઈ અને 4.1 આવી ગઈ. So this is known as the collision. Okay, આપણા સેમ ટાઈમ ડ્યુરેશનમાં એક સાથે આપણી ઘણી બધી ફ્રેમ આવી ગઈ છે. ઓકે, સો એક ટાઈમ એક સાથે ઘણી બધી ફ્રેમ આવી ગઈ, then what is going to be happen, that all will collide. બધી એક સાથે કોલાઇડ થશે. Okay, that all frame will be collide with each other, and if they are colliding, they are creating the collision. And if there is a collision, then what is going to be happen, either the frame is lost or either the frame is destroyed. Okay, so we can say that the 1.2 is going to be lost, 2.1 is going to be lost, 3.1, 4.1. These all frames are going to be lost. Okay, same thing is happened for frame number 2.2 and 4.2. Okay, 2.2 નું ટ્રાન્સમિશન કમ્પ્લીટ થાય તે જ ટાઈમમાં આપણી 4.2 પણ આવી ગઈ. Okay, so here they are creating the collision. So this 2.2 and 4.2, this both are going to be lost. Okay, so only frame number 3.2 and frame number 1.1, only these 2 frames are correctly received. Okay, so total 4 સ્ટેશન થઈને આપણે ટોટલ 8 ફ્રેમ મોકલાવી હતી. ઓકે, 4 સ્ટેશને ભેગા થઈને ટોટલ 8 ફ્રેમ મોકલાવી હતી, એમાંથી ખાલી 2 જ ફ્રેમ સક્સેસફુલી રિસીવ થઈ. ઓકે, ખાલી 1.1 અને 3.2, ખાલી આ 2 જ ફ્રેમ સક્સેસફુલી રિસીવ થઈ. બાકીની જે આ 6 ફ્રેમ છે, that is either destroyed or we can say they are going to be lost. Okay, so we can say that this efficiency of this such type of network is, okay, so 8 માંથી ખાલી 2 જો રિસીવ થતી હોય તો 2/8 or we can say the 1/4, 0.25. Okay, so the efficiency of this network is only 25%. Okay, efficiency of such type of network is only 25%. That means જો આપણે 8 ફ્રેમ મોકલાવી હોય એમાંથી ખાલી 2 સક્સેસફુલી રિસીવ થાય, બાકીની 6 will be either going to be destroyed or it is going to be lost. Okay, okay, so how this pure aloha is going to be work? Okay, so here we have the flow chart. So it is going to be start. Okay, that means the station will start to send the frame. Okay, then we have one variable called k. K indicate the number of atom. Okay, suppose જો તમારી frame is collide, તમારી frame નું collision થાય તો you need to send that frame again. Okay, if there is a collision in the frame, then the frame is corrupted. If the frame is corrupted, sender has to retransmit that frame again. Okay, but તમારું collision થયા જ કરતો હોય, then at some point you have to stop. Okay, suppose આપણે first atomમાં frame મોકલી તો એનું collision થઈ ગયું, and so you have got the acknowledgement that the frame is not correctly received. Okay, then you have sent the frame in the second attempt. Okay, you have not get the acknowledgement. Okay, so again you have sent the frame. Okay, so suppose how many attempts you have to do. કેટલી વાર તમારે ફ્રેમ મોકલવાની, તમારું collision થયા જ કરતું હોય તો how many times you have to send the frames. So that value will be indicated by k equal to 0. Okay. So for the first attempt we have send the frame, and then we have wait for the timeout time. Okay. What is meaning of timeout time? The timeout time is wait timeout time is known as the time required to send the frame plus time required to get the acknowledgement. Okay. So it is, we can say, 2 times the propagation time. Okay. Propagation time is time required to send the frame from source to the destination plus the time required to send the acknowledgement from receiver to sender. Okay, so it is known as the wait timeout time. Okay, so it is 2 times the propagation time. The first propagation time is from sender to the receiver, and second propagation time is from receiver to the sender. Okay, so it is wait for 2 into TP. It is wait for 2 into TP time. 2 into TP time માં જો આપણો acknowledgement આવી જાય, then we can say that our frame is correctly received. Okay, our frame is correctly received, then our transmission is successful. Okay, but in the 2 into TP time, the acknowledgement doesn't receive. 2 into TP time માં જો આપણો acknowledgement ના આવ્યો હોય, then what you have to do? You need to go for the second attempt. You need to go for the second attempt. That's why now k value is increased from 1. So k equal to k plus 1. Okay. Now how many times you have to go? Okay, so here they have defined the maximum threshold, that is the 15. Okay, જો દર વખતે જો તમારું કોલિઝન થયા જ કરતું હોય અને જો acknowledgement ના આવતું હોય, then you need to go for the second attempt. Okay, but it is said that we need to go to the maximum 15 attempts. That's why k max is defined, that is the 15. Okay, so you should go up to maximum 15 attempts, and 15 attempts માં પણ જો તમારું transmission ના થાય, then our transmission is aborted. Okay, that means again you have to start from the beginning. Okay, again you have to start from the beginning. Okay, so here the k max indicates the maximum number of transmission. Okay, so here the k max value is 15. Okay, so here k value is increased, that means our second attempt is there. Okay, in the second attempt what you have to do? Okay, so in the second attempt you have to choose a random number r between 0 and 2 raised to k minus 1. Okay, you need to choose a random number r between 0 and 2 raised to k minus 1. Okay, so if it is our second attempt, then k value is 1. K value is 1, that's why value is 0. The value of r is between the 0 and 2 raised to 1 minus 1. 2 raised to 1 minus 1, so 0 and 1. Okay, so r value can be either 0 or it can be 1. R value can be either 0 or 1 when it is our second attempt. જો આપણો third attempt હતે, then the k value will be, okay, third attempt માટે k ની value કેટલી થશે? So now for the third attempt the k value will be 2. For the third attempt k value will be 2. Okay, so for that case the r value will be between 0 and 2 raised to 2 minus 1. So that is between the 0 and 4 minus 1. So between 0 and 3. Okay, so either the r value can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2, or it can be 3. Okay, so we will take one example. Okay, so that time this idea will be clear. Okay, same way, let's say our k is our maximum, that k value is 15. K ની value જો આપણે 15 હતે, then the r value is between 0 and 2 raised to 15 minus 1. Okay, so between 0 and 2 raised to 15 minus 1, any random r value will be selected. જે આપણે random r value selected કરી છે, that is multiply with TP. That is multiply with TP. That is our propagation time. Okay, or we can say that we can also multiply this value with the TFR, that is the frame transmission time. Okay, and this time is known as the back off time. Okay, so TP is propagation time, that you know, the time required to send your data from sender to receiver, or we can say time required to get the acknowledgement from receiver to sender. This is known as your propagation time. Okay, second time is the frame transmission time. What is the meaning of frame transmission time? The frame transmission time is જ્યારે આપણું સ્ટેશન 1 ફ્રેમનું ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ કરે. ઓકે, સો જે ટાઈમે તમારી ફ્રેમ નીકળેલી હોય અને જે ટાઈમે તમારી આખી ફ્રેમ નીકળી જાય. ઓકે, સો ફ્રેમનો પહેલો બીટ અને ફ્રેમનો લાસ્ટ બીટ. ઓકે, તો પહેલો બીટ નીકળે ત્યારે જે ટાઈમ છે તે અને લાસ્ટ બીટ નીકળે ત્યારે જે ટાઈમ છે તે. ઓકે, સો જે લાસ્ટ બીટ માટેનો ટાઈમ માઇનસ ફર્સ્ટ બીટ માટેનો ટાઈમ. Okay, so this is known as your one frame transmission time. The time for last bit transmission minus time for first bit transmission. That is known as your frame transmission time. Okay, so you need to multiply this R value with either propagation time or frame transmission time, and it is known as your back off time. Okay, and it is defined by TB. Okay, so you need to wait for this much time, that is the TB time. Okay, so TB time સુધી wait કરવાનું, and then again you have to start your transmission. Okay, again you have to start your transmission. Okay, so જ્યારે બી તમારું acknowledgement થાય, so we can say that we are waiting, every stations are waiting for some random amount of time. Okay, every stations are waiting for some random amount of time. Okay, so suppose તમારા ક્લાસમાં 5 જણા છે. ઓકે, 5 જણાને એમ કીધું, સપોઝ 4 જણા છે. ઓકે, હવે 4 જણાને એવું કીધું છે કે તમારે તમે એકબીજા સાથે વાત કરો છો, that should be maximum audible, that should be maximum audible. So what you can design the criteria like that. Okay, suppose પહેલો જે તમારો પહેલો સ્ટુડન્ટ છે, ઓકે, તે જે કંઈ પણ મોકલાવતો હોય. ઓકે, સો સપોઝ દેટ ઇઝ ક્રિએટિંગ ધી કોલિઝન. ઓકે, તમે પહેલો ફ્રેન્ડ જ્યારે બોલે છે, ઓકે, એ જ ટાઈમે જો તમારો બીજો કોઈ ફ્રેન્ડ પણ બોલતો હોય સેમ ટાઈમે, ઓકે, સો ઇટ વિલ ક્રિએટિંગ ધી કોલિઝન. સો વોટ યુ કેન ડુ, ઓકે, જો કે પહેલો ફ્રેન્ડ વાત કરે છે, ઓકે, સો બીજો ફ્રેન્ડ શું કરશે, થોડા ટાઈમ સુધી વેઇટ કરશે અને પછી એની વાત સ્ટાર્ટ કરશે. ઓકે, સેમ વે ત્રીજો ફ્રેન્ડ શું કરશે, અગેન ઇટ વિલ વેઇટ ફોર સમ એમાઉન્ટ ઓફ ટાઈમ અને પછી એના પછીનું ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ કરશે. એન્ડ સેમ થિંગ ઇઝ ફોર ધી ફોર્થ પર્સન. ઓકે, સો we can say that જ્યારે બી collision થાય, that every stations are waiting for some random amount of time and then it will send. So we can say that it will reduce the number of collision, it can reduce the number of collision. Okay, okay, so we have some example. Okay, so we can say that the stations on a wireless Aloha network are a maximum of 600 kilometer apart. There are two stations, or we can say there are two devices, and the distance between these two stations or two devices are 600 kilometers. Okay, if we assume that signals propagate at 3 into 10 to 8 meter per second, propagation speed is 3 into 10 to 8 meter per second. Okay, then we can find out the propagation time. Okay, so time is equal to the distance divided by speed. Okay, you know that speed equal to the distance divided by time. So here we need to find out the time. So the time equal to the distance divided by the we can say distance divided by the speed. Okay, so our propagation time equal to distance is 600 into 10 to 3 divided by our speed is 3 into 10 to 8. Okay, so we can say that the answer is 2 into 10 to minus 3 second, or we can say that 2 millisecond. That we can say that propagation time is 2 millisecond. That is the time required to send the data from sender to the receiver. Okay, now we need to find out this backoff time. Okay, so suppose we can say that this backup time is here. Okay, so suppose if we are going for the second attempt, so value of k is 1. If value of k is 1, then the R value is between 0 and 1. So R value is between 0 and 1. Okay, so the station needs to generate a random number with a value of either 0 or 1. Okay, so we can say that the TB can be either 0 into TP, or we can say that 1 into TP. So 0, here we got the TP is equal to 2 millisecond. So 0 into 2 millisecond or 1 into 2 millisecond. Okay, so your backup time can be either 0 millisecond or it can be the 2 millisecond based on the outcome of the random variable. Okay, so what the answer is saying that જ્યારે બી collision થાય and if station is going for the second attempt, okay, either it can send with no time, that is after 0 millisecond, or it will wait for 2 millisecond and then it will send. Okay, so either it will send with immediate effect. Okay, either it will send with immediate effect, જેવું collision થાય અને ખબર પડે કે આનું collision થયું છે તો it will send. Otherwise it will wait for 2 millisecond and then it will send. Okay, so it can reduce the amount of collision. Okay. The second thing is, if in the in the second attempt also there is a collision, then it can go for the third attempt. For the third attempt, we can say that for the third attempt, k value will be now 2. K value will be now 2. Pehla the 0. Second attempt માટે k value will be 1, and for the third attempt the k value will be 2. Okay. So for k equal to 2, we can say that the possible values are possible value of r between 0 and 2 raised to k minus 1. So r value is between 0 and 2 raised to 2 minus 1. Okay, so 2 raised to 2 is 4 minus 1. So the possible value of r is 0, 1, 2 and 3. 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so we can say that back of time can be either 0 millisecond. Okay, tv is 2 into tp. tv is 2 into tp. So તમારું r ની વેલ્યુ જો 0 હોય, at that time tb is 0 millisecond. r ની વેલ્યુ જો 1 હોય તો tb is 2 millisecond. Then r ની વેલ્યુ 2 હોય, then tb is 4 millisecond. અને r ની વેલ્યુ 3 હોય તો tb is 6 millisecond. Okay, so we can say that back of time can be either 0 millisecond, 2 millisecond, 4 millisecond or 6 millisecond. So either the station can wait for 0 time, it can wait for 2 millisecond, it can wait for 4 millisecond, it can wait for 6 millisecond. So we can say that it will reduce the chance of the collision. Okay, now if in the third attempt also there is a chance of the collision, then station can go for the fourth attempt. In the fourth attempt the value of k will be 3. If the value of k is 3, then the possible value of r is between 0 and 2 raised to k minus 1. 0 and 2 raised to k minus 1. So here we have the 2 raised to 3 minus 1. Between 0 and 7. Between 0 and 7, the possible values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we can say that our back of time can be either 0 millisecond, 2 millisecond, 4 millisecond, 6 millisecond, 8 millisecond, 10 millisecond, 12 millisecond, or lastly it can be the 14 millisecond. Okay, so the station can choose any of the value of the r, and then it will calculate the back of time, and for that much amount of time it will wait, and then again it will start the transmission. Okay, so by that way we can reduce the chance of the collision. Okay, okay, so this is all about the pure aloha. One more thing we need to consider about the pure aloha is vulnerable time. So what is the meaning of vulnerable time? Vulnerable time is the time in which there is a chance of the collision. Time in which there is a chance of the collision. Okay, so here we can say that there is a station number A. Okay, it has started the transmission here. Okay, at time t, the station A has started its transmission. Okay, અને આખી ફ્રેમ ને પૂરી થવા માટે કેટલો ટાઈમ જોઈશે? તો we know that આખી ફ્રેમ ને કમ્પ્લીટ ટ્રાન્સમિટ કરવા માટે we require the TFR time. We require the TFR time, or it is also known as the one frame transmission time. Okay, so frame number A નું transmission start થાય છે at time t, અને frame number A નું transmission complete થાય છે at time t plus TFR. Okay, t plus TFR. TFR is one frame transmission time. Okay, now what is going to be happen? Okay, so between the t and t minus TFR, okay, between the time t and t minus TFR, if another frame has started the transmission, okay, t and t minus TFR ની વચ્ચે કોઈ પણ સ્ટેશન જો ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ કરે, ઓકે, t minus TFR અને t ની વચ્ચે બીજું કોઈ પણ સ્ટેશન જો ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ કરે, then we can say that it will definitely create a collision. Okay, t minus TFR અને t ની વચ્ચે કોઈ પણ સ્ટેશન જો ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ કરે, then we can say that that frame will definitely create the collision. Okay, so for example here we have considered the frame number B. Okay, so after T minus TFR, frame B has started its transmission. Okay. So, and after some time of T, it is colliding with frame number A. Okay. So, T minus TFR and T ની વચ્ચે કોઈ પણ frame જો transmission start કરશે, then it will create the collision. Okay. Now, same thing is about T and T plus TFR. T અને T plus TFR ની વચ્ચે પણ કોઈ પણ સ્ટેશન જો ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ કરશે, then it will definitely create the collision. Okay. Suppose અહીંયાથી સ્ટાર્ટ કરે કે અહીંયાથી કરે કે અહીંયાથી કરે કે અહીંયાથી કરે, ગમે ત્યાંથી કરે. Okay. So T અને T plus TFR ની વચ્ચે કોઈ પણ સ્ટેશન જો ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ કરે, then it will definitely create the collision. Okay. So we can say that our vulnerable time, okay, the time in which there is a chance of the collision, that time will be here we have the frame completion time is T plus TFR. Okay. And here we have the time T minus TFR. Okay. So T minus TFR and T plus TFR, in which there is a maximum chance of the collision, in which there is a maximum chance of the collision. Okay. So how we can get this time? So here we have the end time, here we have the starting time. And if you want to know the time duration, what you have to do? So end time minus starting time. Okay. So T plus TFR minus T minus TFR. Okay. T plus TFR minus T minus TFR. Okay. So tomorrow TT cancel થઈ જશે, and finally your answer is TFR plus TFR. So it is the 2 into TFR. Okay. So our vulnerable time is 2 into TFR. So we can say that 2 into TFR time માં 2 into TFR time માં જો એક ફ્રેમ ઓલરેડી ટ્રાન્સમિટ થયેલી હોય અને એ ટાઈમ ડ્યુરેશનમાં જો કોઈ બીજું કોઈ ડિવાઇસ ફ્રેમ મોકલે, then definitely it will create the collision. Okay. 2 into TFR time ની અંદર જો ઓલરેડી એક ફ્રેમ આવી ગયેલી છે અને એ જ ટાઈમમાં જો બીજું કોઈ સ્ટેશન ફ્રેમ મોકલે, then definitely it will create the collision. Okay. For example, આપણે જે 2 into TFR time છે એમાં ઓલરેડી આપણી ફ્રેમ નંબર A છે. ઓકે. બટ એ ટાઈમ ડ્યુરેશનમાં જો આપણે બીજી કોઈ ફ્રેમ આવી ગઈ, સપોઝ B ફ્રેમ આવી ગઈ, so it is creating the collision. Same way અહીંયા C frame આવી ગઈ, so it is also creating the collision. So we can say that 2 into TFR time માં જો આપણી એક જ ફ્રેમ હોય, then our transmission is not creating any collision. Okay. So આ જે ટ્રાન્સમિશનને આપણે સક્સેસફુલ બનાવવું હોય, તો 2 into TFR time માં આપણી એક જ ફ્રેમ હોવી જોઈએ. એક સાથે જો frame વધી જાય, that will create the collision. Okay. So we can say that vulnerable time, the time in which there is a chance of the collision, it is now 2 into TFR. Okay. For example, a pure Aloha network transmits 200-bit frames on a shared channel of 200 kbps. Okay. આપણે frame ની અંદર frame ની size કેટલી છે? તો 200 bit. Okay. frame ની અંદર આપણા 200 bit છે. અને જે આપણે ચેનલ કે લિંક યુઝ કરીએ છીએ એની કેપેસિટી કેટલી છે? તો 200 kbps, 200 kbps. So what is the requirement to make this frame collision free? Okay. So we know that frame ની size કેટલી છે? 200 bit. Okay. અને ચેનલની કેપેસિટી કેટલી છે? તો 200 kbps. that 1 સેકન્ડમાં આપણે 200 kb, okay, 200 kb bits ટ્રાન્સફર કરીએ છીએ. Okay. So time, how we can calculate the frame transmission time? So size of the frame divided by speed of the channel. આપણને frame transmission time કઈ રીતે મળશે? તો frame transmission time equal to the size of the frame divided by speed of the channel. Size of the frame કેટલી છે આપણી? 200 bit. Okay. Divided by આપણી ચેનલની કેપેસિટી કેટલી છે? તો 200 kbps. So 200 bits upon a frame transmission, that formula you have to remember that the frame transmission time equal to size of the frame divided by capacity of the link, or we can say that the speed of the channel. Okay. So TFR equal to the frame size is 200 bits divided by 200 kbps, or we can say that 2 is cancelled, and finally we have the 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 second, or we can say that 1 millisecond. Okay. So આપણે TFR જો આપણું 1 millisecond આવે, then vulnerable time કેટલો થશે આપણો? 2 into TFR. So 2 into 1 millisecond, or we can say that 2 millisecond. Okay. So this means no station should stand later than 1 millisecond before the station. Okay. So suppose અહીંયા જો આપણે ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ કર્યું છે, ઓકે, તો આના 1 મિલીસેકન્ડ પહેલા અને આના 1 મિલીસેકન્ડ પછી બીજા કોઈ પણ સ્ટેશનને ડેટા મોકલાવાનો નથી, અધરવાઇઝ ઇટ વિલ ડેફિનેટલી ક્રિએટ અ કોલિઝન. ઓકે, જ્યારે આ ફ્રેમ નંબર એ ટ્રાન્સમિશન સ્ટાર્ટ કર્યું છે તો એના 1 મિલીસેકન્ડ પહેલા અને એના 1 મિલીસેકન્ડ પછી બીજા કોઈ પણ ડિવાઇસે ડેટા મોકલવાનો નથી, અધરવાઇઝ ઇટ વિલ ક્રિએટ ધી કોલિઝન. ઓકે, so by that way you can find out that how we can make our frame as the collision free. Okay, so for that you need to calculate the vulnerable time. Okay, okay, so next is throughput for pure Aloha, that we will see in the next lecture.